Judges of the Underworld. This is God of War 3. We just defeated the Cerberus dog, and now we are... okay, so this video is going to take us all the way to the first form of Zeus. So there were some treasure chests to the left of where I started out in the save point, but I'm going to be getting those because we're coming full circle over here. So, you know, coming off the Cerberus boss battle, you're probably not having much health or life or magic and stuff like that. So these vases are here to smash, and then there are 3 of these onyx rocks to smash. And after this one here, you're going to notice 2 rough edits, one of which starts right after this cutscene because they throw you to the dogs here, literally. There's dogs here, these mongrel, Hades mongrels, and they're very aggressive. I don't know if they're made that way or if it was just me, but it seems like it's always that way. And we have these sirens here who have like a weird cast to them, and they're like a light blue aura over them, and it doesn't seem to fade even if you hit the lamp for Helios. So that was the rough edit, and the spawn actually, originally it triggers if you walk to the right of where you smash that rock, and then you'll get ambushed. This is a completely optional fight. You don't have to do it. There's 2 main fights that are difficult. After this fight, we're going to have a couple of the blue shielded enemies, and then after that, there are a couple more shielded enemies thrown in with 2 satyrs. So it's pretty tough. It's pretty damn tough. So this is like the last time you're going to be fighting battles. So just enjoy it for what it's worth. I have cleared the game again on Chaos difficulty. Not that hard at all. If you're doing my strategies, you should be able to get through it. So I think I've beaten Chaos mode like at least half a dozen times now, at least. So so yeah, just take her out, and then head on over to the where am I going next? I think I go over to where the pedestal is, and smash these vases. So all the boxes and everything, they all come back. So when we first came up here, we weren't able to get these, obviously, because we didn't have the head of Helios. There's the 3 archers right over there, and this is just difficult, this whole situation, because we're just coming off that Cerberus boss battle, and while they did completely fill our health and magic up at the beginning of that battle, there's just nothing. There's no boxes of health or magic save for that one box outside the first portal we entered from the beginning of this video. So there was that one, but that's really it. So that's what makes this difficult. And again, if you want to make it less difficult for yourself, just don't fight these battles. Especially it is kind of hard to get around the last battle with the satyrs. But just if you're struggling, just keep at it, and every time you die, you'll get a little bit of your health back. I think the health I have currently is about as much as I could possibly have for as far as getting regenerated health back. So it kind of stopped at about that point, I felt. So we killed those guys, and then we haven't been here for quite a while. In the last video, or excuse me, the last time we were here, there were oil pots in this corridor up ahead, and we had minotaurs marching down the hall towards us. So there's more smashable objects over here, and let's see what happens. Let me see about this spawn, what happens for this spawn. Okay, what I think happens is that you can actually get this box here, and then before you try to go down that bramble and to the area where you need to go to smash that last onyx rock, these guys pop up. Yeah, so you see there's the rough edit, and I'm sorry if you got disoriented watching that. It's just that it's hard to line up the footage when you die, especially here when it's such because these guys started at the end of the hall, and then they just kind of popped in and they kind of ambush you at the very beginning. So that's the reason for that rough edit. So I've never really done this kind of strategy, staying down this way and just kind of leaving these guys to their own vices in the halls, in that hallway. Once you take the shield off this enemy, he will charge you. But the satyr, he seems to kind of just like hang out. I'm not sure if he was trapped behind that guy, but I'm sure he wasn't trapped right now. That's for sure. So I actually, yeah, okay. So do a couple of sparring matches with. I think it was just one sparring match here, and then he's dead. And then the other guy's going to pop up with another shield guy, who actually he ends up going by the portal door for the rest of the fight, or maybe it's another guy. I know there was one guy who was, I think, kind of trapped by the portal door when I came back. He was the last enemy I had to slay, and I know it was on this take. So just do this L1 and triangle move if you don't want to get close to these guys, and then just do the triangle ×3 move with the blades. I don't think that Satyr, I never really tested this too much, but it didn't look like he really was comfortable crossing that threshold. So if you don't want to try to approach the Satyrs and do the sparring match, you really don't have to, unless it comes to bearing on your playthrough that he charges you. But see, I'm just going to ram him, and then I'm going to partake in a couple of sparring matches here. And here's some typical Satyr. What happens with these guys? You're sparring with them, and then you'll get a guy that interrupts you. So I think it was right over here, and I knew I should have known damn well not to grab him, but I was just, you get really greedy when you're fighting those guys because they're so cheap, and you just want to take them out as quick as you can. So yeah, at this point in the game, you're almost finished with it. That's for sure. That was a good evade by me. I was glad to know that I was evading at that point. So nice. Okay, so that's all the enemies, and you see the reason about doing this whole thing. Yeah, there's the last guy hiding over there. He completely threw me off guard. But this whole time I've been fighting these Satyrs and the shielded enemies. I only had one hit left, and I would have been dead. So really walking on the razor's edge over here. So there's just a couple of these smashable objects, and then you head on down the bramble. You hit the onyx, and then that will release the final judge from being able to grasp those rocks that you need to smash, and that'll be the end of it. I will be going over for some more treasure boxes and stuff like that. So what happened on this run is that I wasn't able to upgrade all the weapons like I thought I would be able to, but if it was a close call between the Hades claws and the Nemesis whip, and the Nemesis whip comes in handy on the final boss battle of Zeus, so that's why I elected to get that baby up to level 5 and just leave the Hades claws up to level 4. I could have probably got every weapon up to level 5 if I just wasn't, because I upgraded the Helios's boots, Hermes boots rather, and I also upgraded, I think, some other little accessories that probably wouldn't have benefited me. But anyway, so I'm going to get the other treasure chests first of all. The reason I'm getting these last is because I just wanted to clear those areas and as quick as I could. And every time I go here and then clear them, I don't know, it took longer. I wanted to get to the heart of the battle really quickly. So after the judges trials that we did, I think it was in an early video, like video number 5 or somewhere around there. We came on over here, and these chests were here, and I explained to you that when we come back here later on in the game, these chests are going to be back again. So that's exactly what's happening with those chests right over there. And even the ones. I'll mention it later. But it does. There's even more. So you even get orbs for smashing these things. And then the next piece of business for this stage is this chain sequence where you're doing the flying sequence again. And this is just completely easy. It's way easier than the other flying sequence. So it just makes you go kind of figure, like, why be so aggressive as a game maker to make the player do that, and then just kind of just be lazy here and not make the player have any challenges whatsoever. It just really irks me, stuff like that, whereas one is excruciatingly hard and one is just damn easy, to the point of you could pretty much do this with one hand. So you see that's already the end of it. Okay, so I cut out the cutscene with Athena and Pandora. So we're gonna head on up this this column here, And what I was mentioning earlier about, or well, not earlier, but like a few minutes ago, was that how the chests repopulate and have items again. This is a prime example of what happens here, because right before I battled Hermes, I showed you guys where the hidden area was in the chain of balance room. So it'll be right up here. You'll see it in a moment. So this is where we came up to get Hermes, right over here originally. And I'm going to head on over to this hallway down here. And as I approached the hallway, I was assuming that these chests would be opened already, because I have already opened these and saved data after I opened them. So these chests are repopulated. Remember, this is the wall that you have to like melt with the sun. So even these chests, you can get these again. So I was kind of surprised that I couldn't upgrade every weapon. It may have been because I upgraded the boots. That was probably the issue. And the Helios's lamp. I usually don't do those upgrades, so that might be the case. But so I don't believe these chests have too much money in them. 66.38 at the beginning, and then 71. So that's not really that much for. I thought they would have a lot more money in those chests, to be honest. So here I'm going to upgrade the Nemesis Whip. I'm not really going to be using it as a tool to hit people, but it's the magic is very good at dealing with the clones that Zeus summons. Very, very helpful for that. So there's going to be another cutscene, and then we're going to be battling Zeus in a Mortal Kombat style fight, which is really cool, but it's damn tough. So we're going to be doing that next, and I look forward to narrating that. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you in that video.